Yes, that's exactly what we are working on. We are working on the details. So, as you say, we had a sort of speech. The President said that we are going to work on solutions to make available reparation loans to Ukraine on the basis of the immobilized Russian assets without touching these underlying Russian assets, and that's very important. So the Commission is looking at this very closely, and will be coming forward with the proposal soon. I cannot give you a specific timeline at this point in time, but we are working on this very hard. Well, I think this is something that is known publicly, that we are talking about in terms of immobilized Russian assets around 170 billion at this point in time, which is what is accumulated on the accounts of Euroclear. In terms of how the proposal is being prepared, there are, of course, close contacts between the member states and the European Commission, and we keep them in the loop at all times. I'm not aware of any such request from the German side. The G7, I think also definitely, we are ready to have these types of discussions with G7 partners, and there will be a G7 finance ministers VTC meeting later this week, and of course we are ready to engage in any discussions in this domain, but what G7 partners do is basically their decision, so that we are ready to discuss. Yes. Yeah, look, I cannot commit to a specific timeline, but we are looking at this issue very closely, and we are working on it as rapidly as we can. I think if you look at the publicly available agenda of the informal EUCO meeting in Copenhagen, we see that there is a point on ways of providing financial support to Ukraine. So, of course, I cannot speculate on what will exactly come up, but it's not unlikely that it could be discussed by the leaders. If I may...
While I look for...
Yes, but Paula is looking for it. That's exactly what we are working on. So we are looking at ways of delivering on what the President said in her Soto speech. But again, what she said stands firm, so we will not be touching the underlying assets. And please give us a bit of time to work out the details, and we will, of course, keep you posted. Regarding the amount, I think the situation is evolving dynamically, because some of the investments made through Euroclear are maturing as time goes by, and therefore that can affect, of course, the amount of money that accumulates on the balance sheet of Euroclear in the form of cash balance.
And yes, I was looking for the exact quote of President von der Leyen in her Soto speech. Couldn't find it on time, but which Balázs has already referred to. I just wanted to give the exact quote. The issue is that there is some momentum behind this discussion on demobilized Russian assets, and as we've been saying for the past 3 or 4 questions, the discussion is open, the discussion is ongoing with member states, and so we will need to see exactly how it will look like, what will be the form, and I think we should be able to have more details on this soon. There are a number of occasions where this could be discussed. Indeed, for instance, it could come up at this week's informal council. There will be a formal council later this month, so there would be probably the opportunity to shed more light on the exact details of such a proposal, having discussed it with all the member states.